In this video we'll demonstrate how you can dynamically add new choices to a drop-down box. So you can see here we have a drop-down box with a number of choices, but one of the choices is add new choice. So when I select this option over here, we get a pop-up window and we can type in the name of the new product we'd like to add. So let's go here and add in product underbar X and then hit the add new product button, and then we can see now that that the drop-down box has a new choice added in it. But not only does the drop-down box for this instance in the repeating section have that new choice, but every single row in the repeating instance has that choice. So let's now go behind the scenes and see how this was done. So first we'll go back to design mode, go back to controls, and look at the data for the product drop-down box, and we can see that in addition to the query that's being made against the MySQL database, we have an additional choice that we add at the top of the list. This is the pre-choice, where we say add new choice, and then it has a value of underbar new choice. So then we go over to the on change event for that control, and you can see here we say that if this dot value equals new choice, then we would like to run an action called show window. So let's go and see now how the show window action has been defined. So let's close that down, and then we'll go over to properties, and we'll go to JavaScript actions, and we can see here's an action called show window. And let's go ahead now and edit this, and I'm going to just focus on this action here called open a pop-up window, and I can see that this action opens a pop-up window, and the contents of the window is whatever is inside a container called container underbar 1. So let's go now and look at container underbar 1. So go back to controls, and here we see there's a container called container underbar 1. And inside this container we have a control called new product name, and we also have a button here which you'll see later on we can actually get rid of. So inside this container there's this field here called new product name. So when we go there to working preview and then we click on add new choice, you can see that the window displays the contents of that container, and there's the field called new product name. So now next thing to notice is that in addition to the new product name control, inside the toolbar for this window there are two buttons called add new product and cancel. So let's go now and take a look at that. So we'll go back to our properties and take a look again at this window. So edit action and then edit over here, and we can see here that we've turned on has custom toolbar buttons, and then if we go to define buttons, we can see that we've added two buttons to the toolbar. We had one button here called add product and another button called cancel. If we look at the add product button, we can see that the action that we chose could have been one of the built-in actions like close, refresh, maximize, but we chose customize, so the custom action. So then we can go down to the code and actually define the code for this action. So if we bring up the editor here, we can see that the action that is run is a built-in action here that was defined using JavaScript actions, and we're going to run the action called Ajax callback add new product, and then we're going to actually go ahead and close the window. So this .hide is going to close the window as soon as the button is pressed. And then similarly for the cancel button, what we're going to do if the user cancels, we're going to set the value in the drop-down box back from add new item or add new product back to a blank value, and then we're going to close the window down. So let's pause now and then continue the discussion. So we're continuing our discussion now of how we can dynamically add new choices to the drop-down box, and as we discussed, when the user presses the add product button, the first action that takes place is we're going to run this action that was defined using JavaScript actions called Ajax callback add new product. So let's go and take a look at that action now. So we'll go ahead there and close, and then save, and then go there and close, and then go to our properties and look at JavaScript actions, and you can see there we have another action called Ajax callback add new product. And then if we edit that action to see what it does, we can see it makes an Ajax callback, and it invokes this function xb underbar add product. So let's go take a look now at that xbasic function. So here we go to xbasic functions, and here we have the xb add new product. So this is the xbasic function that gets called when the user presses the add new product button. So let's go ahead and just put a debug 1 over here and then step through the code. So we'll go now to working preview, and we can see that our choices have product X, but now let's say we'd like to add product Y. So we'll go ahead there and say add new choice. We'll type in product underbar Y and then hit the add new product button. So our Ajax callback takes place, and now we can step through the code. So you can see that E got passed in, and inside inside our Ajax callback we specified that well, actually let's just ignore that comment, and so you can see here that new product is inside the e.data submitted. So when the dialog got submitted for the Ajax callback, the value in that field got submitted. So there's our product 1. So that's the new product that we'd like to add to our SQL database. So this is the insert statement that we'd like to execute. We're going to execute a statement that inserts into the product name table, and if we quickly go over to the product table over here, we can see if we do a refresh that we have product X but not product Y yet. So now we'll carry on. So there's our SQL arguments. We're adding an argument called prod name, and we're putting it equal to product Y. Then we're going ahead now and we're executing the query. So now we've executed the query, and if we go back to our SQL database now and then do a refresh, we see that product Y has been added in. And then now we're going to compute the JavaScript response that we'd like to send back to the browser. So we're going to call our new method refresh Dropdownbox choices. The control that we'd like to refresh is the product control, and we'd like to set focus now to the value of new prod, which is product underbar Y. So that's the value that was just added to the drop-down box, and then we send that JavaScript back to the client to execute at the end of the Ajax callback. So we go ahead there and click run, and let's close the debugger down, switch back to Alpha 5. So we see that our pop-up window has closed down. A new entry has been added to the list, and focus has automatically been set to the new row that was added. So there's our new row, but this new row exists in every single entry in the list. So let's finally go back to the button again and just look at some of the other events here. So inside this show window, you can see here that in addition to opening up the pop-up window, we're also executing some inline JavaScript. And if we look at that inline JavaScript, all this is doing is setting the product field in that pop-up window back to null, so that the second time we come into that field, every time we come into the field, it's blank. So we go here, we'll say add new product, and then let's go there and just type in product underbar Z, click the button, and now if we go there and hit add new choice, the value here should have been blank. Oops, sorry, this actually should be new prod name, because we want to blank out the field in the control. So let's pause now and pick it up in the next video. So here we've fixed that error now, so now it says new prod name. So let's go ahead now and try this out. So we go there to working preview. So we've got product Z. So let's go now and add a new product called, say, product Z2. So I'll go add new choice. and then product underbar Z2, click the add new product button. There's their value set automatically. Let's go over there now. There's our product Z2, click add new choice, and the control value there has been blanked out. So we've shown here in this video how you can easily add new choices to a drop-down box on the fly, and to prompt for the choices in the drop-down box. We've shown how you can bring up a pop-up window that is actually defined in the dialog itself, and then hidden inside a container until the window is actually opened. So some very powerful techniques over here, and I hope that you found this interesting. Thanks very much.